So tulad nung nabanggit ko last time, um, ang Hamiltonian is another way of solving classical physics problems. Okay. Ang kinaganda kasi sa Hamiltonian is the fact na ina-add nyo yung kinetic energy at saka yung potential energy. Yun yung natural, ano kasi, di ba? Natural way ng pag-treat natin pagdating sa mga energies. We add all the energies up, okay, and then tawag dito, titignan natin kung nag-obey sila ng conservation laws, yung mga ganun. Okay? Contrary to yung paggamit ng Lagrangian, so yung Lagrangian is taking the difference between the kinetic energy and the potential energy. Okay? Furthermore, pagdating nyo sa quantum physics, Hamiltonian talaga yung ginagamit na treatment. So ngayon nag 104 kayo, pinag-aralan yung Schrödinger equation. Yung Schrödinger equation is nothing but a Hamiltonian, which is the sum of the kinetic energy at saka potential energy. Okay, and then yun. So yun yung start ng basically start ng quantum physics ninyo. So Hamiltonian is a really good way to tawag dito to approach physics problems, okay, in this sense. Kaya natin pinag-aaralan ito. Yun lang, to be able to understand yung Hamiltonian, kung paano gagamitin yung Hamiltonian dynamics, kailangan pa rin nating naintindihan yung tawag dito, Lagrangian. Okay? So in terms of generalized momenta, generalized coordinates, so yung generalized momenta is given by Pj is equal to partial ng L with respect to Qj dot. Okay? Na kung saan yung Pj ay yung generalized momentum. Okay? And yung tawag dito, yung derivative, okay, ng momenta is partial ng L with respect to Qj. Okay, partial ng L with respect to wala. So yung Pj ay derivative ng L with respect to Q dot. Okay, pero yung P dot J ay derivative ng L with respect to Q. Q, K, P, K, and T. Okay, so Q is generalized coordinates, ang P is generalized momenta, and of course yung TI type. Okay, and knowing that, pwede na nating isulat yung Hamilton's equation of motion. Okay, to be Q dot K is equal to partial ng H with respect to P sub K. Okay, and then negative P sub K dot is equal to partial ng H with respect to Q sub K. Okay. Also, this relation might also be useful, okay, pag nagsasolve din kayo ng problem. Okay. Again, kung nagugulat kayo kung paano lumitaw yung mga equations na yan, and that's because hindi nga natin siya dinerive. Okay. And kung interesado kayo sa derivation, pwede niyong balikan yung previous na sections. Okay, ang gagawin lang natin ngayon is gamitin natin yung mga equations of motion na ito to solve a physics problem. And we're going to start with example 7.11. Okay, so sa example 7.11, meron ba kayong kopya ng ng ebook? Okay, so sa example 7.11, okay, use the Hamiltonian method to find the equations of motion of a particle of mass m. constrained to move on the surface of a cylinder defined by x squared plus y squared equals r squared. Okay? So, ito yung cylinder. Okay, and then ang constraint is that yung mass na yan ay nandun lang sa surface ng cylinder gumagalaw. So anywhere dun sa surface ng cylinder ay pwede siyang mag-move. Okay? And the equation of constraint is x squared plus y squared is equal to r squared, which is nothing but yung equation for the surface of the cylinder. Equation for the circle. Equation of a circle. Okay. So sa figure 7-9, makikita niyo diyan yung yung coordinates. So yung z-axis, so ito yung define na z-axis. Okay, and ito yung x and y. Okay, and then somewhere here sa surface. Okay, so halimbawa itong distance na yan from yan. So magpo-form siya ng triangle diyan, di ba? So yung distance na to is r. This one is r. Ito yung particle m na may mass m. And then itong distance na to is capital R. And then of course itong distance na to is z. Okay, and then if you project this down along on the xy coordinates, okay, yung angle na ito is angle na theta. Okay, so yung angle na theta is defined as the projection of the yung r on the xy plane, and then with respect to the x-axis. Okay. So, paano natin ngayon susulat yung Lagrangian dito? Okay. So, anong kailangan natin? So, we start off with the Lagrangian pala, sorry. So, we start off with the Lagrangian, and to get the Lagrangian, we get the kinetic energy and the potential energy. So, siguro ang pinakamadali dito is yung potential energy. Ano ang equation for the potential energy? So 1/2 kx squared, di ba? Pero in this case, yung x is yung distance from the origin papunta dun sa point kung nasan yung mass na m. Di ba? Kasi yung mass na m, anywhere yan along the cylinder, di ba? So yung r mo nagbabago. Depende kung nasan yung mass na m. So dun magiging dependent yung potential. So 1/2 k r squared. And in terms of Cartesian coordinate system, you have 1/2 kx squared plus y squared plus z squared. Okay? Now, ano yan? From the equation of constraint, di ba, ito is equal to r squared, capital R squared. So this will end up with 1/2 k r squared plus z squared. So yan ang ating potential energy. Now, ang kinetic energy ay 1/2 mv squared. Okay, pero ang velocity is, syempre, kailangan natin i-express yung velocity in terms of cylindrical coordinates. And ginawa na natin yan before nung pinag-aralan natin yung Lagrangian. Okay, so r dot squared, okay, plus r dot squared theta dot squared plus z dot squared. Okay. Pero yung r, yung radius na capital R, hindi naman yan nagbabago, di ba? Kasi kahit ano yung position ng small r, yung small r definitely nagbabago yan, pero yung capital R, hindi yan nagbabago dahil pare-pareho lang yung radius. Yung r represents the radius of the cylinder and it doesn't change. So ibig sabihin itong ano na to is zero. Yung first term dyan is zero. So the kinetic energy, we end up with a kinetic energy as 1/2 m r squared, pwede na siguro natin isulat na r squared imbis na r dot squared, theta dot squared plus z dot squared. So yan yung kinetic energy. Okay. So yung Lagrangian ngayon is given by t minus u is equal to 1/2 m r squared theta dot squared plus z dot squared. plus or minus 1/2 K capital R squared Z squared. Okay. So now we solve for the generalized coordinates theta generalized coordinates nakalagay dito. Generalized coordinates. Okay. So yung generalized coordinates ay theta at saka z, and yung generalized momenta are given by p theta is equal to partial ng L with respect to theta dot. Di ba? Ito yung nakalagay dito sa taas kanina, di ba? Di ba? Pj is equal to dl with respect to, derivative ng L with respect to qj dot. Diba? Ang q is the spatial is the spatial coordinates. So in terms of cylindrical polar, ang theta yung theta dot yung ilalagay natin dyan. Okay. So this will give us anong derivative ng L with respect to theta dot? So dito kitang-kita natin ang derivative niya is m r squared theta dot. Tama? Right? And then yung generalized, yung isa pang generalized momentum ay with respect to z. So partial ng L with respect to z dot is equal to, in this case, iisa lang yung may term na z dot, di ba? 1/2 mz dot squared. So this will become mz dot. Okay? Okay? So yan yung solution dun sa quiz na pinasa nyo kanina. Okay? Wala na talagang naniniwala sa akin. Bakit pa ako nagtuturo? Okay. Now we can write the Hamiltonian in terms of this generalized coordinates saka generalized momentum. So yung Hamiltonian in terms of these coordinates is the sum of kinetic energy plus the potential energy. Okay. And in this case, yung Hamiltonian is given by anong potential? Potential dito is p theta dot squared over 2m r squared. Okay, paano nakuha yan? Alam niyo kung paano nakuha yan? Diba, ang definition na naman ng momentum is p squared over p squared over 2m. Right? Right? Sorry, ng Hamiltonian, ng kinetic energy pala. Ng kinetic energy. P squared over p squared over 2m. Okay, and then, yan yung sa ano? Yan yung sa, tawag dito? Yan yung sa theta. Sa axis na theta. And then sa ano, sa z component, yung z component ng kinetic energy is 2m, pz squared over 2. Then yung kinetic energy is 1/2, yung potential energy is 1/2 kz squared. Okay, all of these are expressed only in the coordinates na theta, z, p theta at saka pz. Okay, so walang theta na kinetic energy, walang theta na expressed in terms of walang kinetic energy or potential energy na expressed in terms of theta. Okay, so ano ngayon na equations of motion? So base dito, ang equations of motion ay q k dot is equal to partial ng h with respect to pk, and then negative pk dot is equal to partial ng h with respect to qk. Okay, so so dalawa yung ano no, yung generalized coordinates theta at saka z. So dalawang gagawin din natin dito. So p theta dot is equal to ano sabi? Okay, so p theta dot, so kung yung k ay theta, so negative partial ng h with respect to theta. Okay, negative. Okay, and ano ang sinabi natin about the Hamiltonian? Anong derivative ng Hamiltonian with respect to theta? Zero kasi walang theta na to. Is equal to zero. Now, yung z component naman ng momentum is negative partial ng h with respect to z. Yan ay equal sa, so kung titignan nyo rito, equal siya sa negative kz. Okay. Then yung sa generalized coordinates naman, theta dot, okay, theta dot is equal to, so again, galing dito, ang theta dot, okay, is equal to partial ng h with respect to p sub theta. Diba? So, partial ng h with respect to p sub theta. Okay? So, in that case, ano yun? So, kung titignan natin dito, 2p theta, 2p sub theta over 2mr squared or p theta over mr squared. E theta over mr squared. And then yung z component naman niya, okay, yung velocity component is partial ng h with respect to pz. Okay, anong partial ng h with respect to pz? Dito it's just 2pz over 2m. So pz over m, p sub z over m. Okay, so yan na equations of motion. Now from here, dito, dito sa equation na to, we get p theta is equal to mr squared theta dot. Okay, which is nothing but yung na-derive natin kanina dun sa dito sa Lagrangian. Okay, mr squared theta dot. So consistent yung Hamiltonian and yung Lagrangian. Now similarly, okay, okay, we can use this, for example, itong equation na ito. Okay, and we take the derivative of z dot, so we get z double dot is equal to negative p, but negative, positive p pz dot over m. Okay, pero ang pz dot galing dito, yung pz dot ay negative kz. So equal to sa negative k over m z. And pag sinulat natin yan, plus k over m z is equal to 0, okay, or z double dot plus omega squared z is equal to 0, where omega squared is equal to k over. Okay, so anong masasabi nyo ngayon dun sa anong tawag dito? Dun sa mga motion base dito sa sa equations na ito. Of course dito, okay, anong familiar ba kayo sa equation na yan? Yan. Ha? Yan ay anong klaseng behavior inuminahan yan? oscillation, okay? Or simple harmonic, right? So along the z-axis, simple harmonic yung ano niya, yung motion. Okay? So kung z-axis lang titignan nyo, yung mass m ay maakyat pa ba lang. Okay? Now, along the angle theta, okay? Okay, hindi natin ma-describe pero yung p theta ay pwede natin i-describe. So p theta is equal to mr squared theta dot. Okay. Now, yung mr squared theta dot, tawag dito, ay angular momentum kung tutusin. Kasi remember, this is moment of inertia and theta dot is angular velocity. Okay, and in this case, ang sinasabi lang dito is that the momentum, okay, is that the momentum is constant. Okay? Bakit constant? Yung R kasi is constant, yung M is constant. Okay, at yung theta dot is also constant. Okay? Hindi siya nagbabago with respect to time. Saan natin makikita? Okay, so yung momentum along the axis theta is constant. So anong magiging itsura ng motion na yun? So along the cylinder, maakyat baba lang siya ng ganyan, di ba? Pero kung titignan niyo along the z-axis, di akyat baba siya ng ganyan. No? Tapos titignan niyo along the surface of the cylinder, yung momentum niya is constant, hindi nagbabago. Diba? So yung speed niya is the same. So pag umakyat-akyat siya dun sa surface, okay, nakikita niyo din yung oscillatory motion at saka yung constant na speed nung particle. Okay, nung mass. Okay, so yun yung nangyayari. Okay, questions? Okay, so doon tayo sa 7. Anong tawag dito? 7, example 7.12. So, anong example nga ito? 7.11. And then, example 7.12. Okay, so sa example 7.12, ang sabi dito is use the Hamiltonian method to find the equations of motion for a spherical pendulum of mass m and length b. Okay, spherical pendulum of mass m and length b. Okay, dun sa figure, okay, so ito yung normal line, okay, dun sa with respect to the ceiling, surface of the ceiling, and then ito yung inyong pendulum. So spherical yung pendulum na yan, may mass m, and then yung length ng string is b, and then yung angle with respect to the normal line is theta. Now, yung pendulum na yan can rotate around this normal line. And this is the position where we refer to as the reference position, yung position ng ceiling. Okay, so in this case, ano ang magandang gamitin na coordinate system? Kasi ang added na complication dito is that yung pendulum nyo pwedeng umikot ba about the normal line. So hindi na siya nasa isang plane, kundi pwede siyang umikot na ganyan. Okay? So yun yung ano dito, isang complication. Which means na anong magandang gamitin na ano dito na coordinate system? Spherical polar, di ba? Para ma-count natin Itong ano na to. Okay? Okay. So, paano natin ngayon gagawin yung ano niya, yung potential muna. So, potential, medyo familiar naman tayo siguro sa potential. Okay, remember na pag m equal, pag theta is equal to 90, yung potential is 0. Okay, pag theta is equal to 90, the potential is 0. So minus, ano sa tingin niyo yung potential dyan? Minus? Siyempre, it has to be dependent on theta, di ba? So, kailan nagiging 0? Anong trigonometric function na nagiging 0 ang tawag dito ang u pag theta is 90? Cosine. Diba? So dapat may cosine theta dyan. And of course, yung potential is force times distance. So ang force dito is gravity. The only force acting on this is gravity. So mg, and then yung length ng string b times cosine theta. Okay, what about yung kinetic energy? So to get the kinetic energy, dapat alam natin yung velocity. Ano bang velocity along the spherical polar? Okay, anong velocity along the spherical pag sa spherical polar? Ano ba ang coordinates niya? Excuse. Anong coordinates niya? R, theta, at saka phi. Right? Okay. So, anong velocity dito? R dot squared, di ba? Or in this case, hindi siya R, kundi B, B dot squared. Tapos, plus B squared theta dot squared. B dot squared theta dot squared. Okay. Plus um, b squared sine squared theta, sorry, times phi dot squared. Okay, so yun yung velocity. Pero yung b, yung length ng string ay hindi naman nagbabago. Diba? So, zero yan. Zero ito. Which means na ito, pwede natin ito isulat as just b squared. Okay, so yung velocity natin ngayon is tawag dito b squared theta dot squared plus b squared sine squared theta phi dot squared. So yung kinetic energy is 1/2 m b squared theta dot squared, okay, plus 1/2 m b squared sine squared theta phi dot squared. Okay, so sulat natin yung Hamiltonian ito. Ang Hamiltonian is Hamiltonian, sorry. Ang Lagrangian is T minus U. So ang kinetic energy is 1/2 mv squared. 1/2 mv squared theta dot squared plus 1/2 mv squared sine squared theta phi dot squared minus or plus mgb cosine theta. So, to get yung generalized momenta, okay. So, ilan yung coordinates natin dito ngayon? Ilan yung generalized coordinates? Dalawa. Ano yun? Theta and phi. Okay. So yung generalized momenta ay p theta at saka p phi. Okay. So p theta is equal to partial ng L with respect to theta dot is equal to mb squared theta dot Then ang P phi is equal to partial ng L with respect to phi dot squared, phi dot, or MB squared sine squared theta phi dots. Okay. Okay. Dali. Okay, so ano ngayon ang ating Hamiltonian dito? Okay, so ang ating Hamiltonian is given by, so una muna yung P theta, no? Okay, so P theta squared over 2 MB squared. Okay, plus uh, plus P phi squared over 2 MB squared sine squared theta. Okay. Minus MGB cosine theta. Okay, alam niyo kung paano nakuha yung ano? Momenta na terms. Net energy is 1/2 mv squared or p squared over. Meron yata akong hindi na-explain. And it should have been part of the derivation na hindi nga natin discuss. Equation 7.15. Okay, gawan ko na lang ng short na video ito para hindi na tayo bumalik. Okay, anyway, so yan na muna yung Hamiltonian. Tapos, ano ngayon na equations of motion dito? So ano yung generalized coordinates natin? Theta and phi. So ibig sabihin na equations of motion natin ay makukuha natin from theta dot at saka phi dot, tsaka p theta dot at saka p phi dot. Okay, so theta dot is equal to partial ng h with respect to p theta is equal to, ano sagot? P theta over mb squared. And then, yung phi dot is equal to partial ng h with respect to p phi. Okay, so p phi over 2 mb squared sine squared. Wala lang 2. MB squared. And then similarly, yung P theta dot is equal to partial with respect to H ng theta, negative. So equal to ngayon sa um, negative ay hindi pa. So ilang terms yun dyan sa na may theta? Cosine theta. Tsaka yung sine squared theta, di ba? So P phi squared cosine theta over MB squared sine cube theta minus MGB sine theta. And then yung P phi dot, okay, meron ba? P phi dot is equal to net partial ng H with respect to phi. Meron bang expression dito na merong phi na term? Wala. So this is equal to 0. Now, it's a little bit difficult to tawag dito, to describe kung anong nangyayari. Ano? Of course, ito medyo pamilya na kayo dito kasi ito ay parang yung kanila P theta is equal to MB squared theta dots. Diba? So this is nothing but yung conservation of angular. Okay? Pero the rest, especially ito, hindi siya madaling i-visualize. Right? Right? Okay. Now, let's go back a little bit let's drive down memory lane just a little bit. Okay? Sa Physics 131, favorite na subject ni Gianna. Kung naalala nyo, yung MP, hindi ko naalala kung anong MP number yun, MP7, basta yung mga ODE, the ordinary differential equations, 5? Okay. So sa MP5, ordinary differential equations, meron doon, sa pinakadulo, meron doon 4 na set ng differential equation expressed in terms of theta and phi. Nalala niyo yung napakahabang mga equations na yun? More or less, hindi ko sinasabing naalala niyo yung exact equation. Sinasabi ko lang is merong ganung klaseng equation sa problem. Di ba? So yun ang tawag dito. Na equation of motion for the pendulum in spherical polar coordinates. And how those equations were derived ay ganito. Using yung Hamiltonian. Also, if you recall, it's not straightforward tawag dito, visualize kung ano nangyayari. So you need to use yung tawag dito yung techniques in solving ordinary differential equations numerically para lang ma-visualize nyo kung anong nangyayari. Okay, so ganun din dito. Okay, so hindi straightforward yung pag-solve ng problem na ito. But pwede natin siyang i-solve numerically to solve for theta, phi, and p theta and p phi. Okay. Pero hindi yata yung sinolve nyo. Ilan lang kayo nag-solve nun? Ilan lang yung na challenge. So to speak. Okay, so punta ngayon tayo sa mga example. So kung may e-book kayo dyan, proceed tayo sa mga problems. 7-26. So problem 7-26. So ang 7-26, ang question is determine the Hamiltonian and Hamilton's equation of motion For A, a simple pendulum. Okay, and B, simple Atwood machine. Simple pendulum muna. Equation of motion sa Hamilton equation of motion para sa simple pendulum. Okay, so kanina yung example is not so simple na pendulum kasi meron siyang rotation, di ba? Along the ano. Okay. So for the simple pendulum, kung naalala nyo, ito yung pendulum, may mass M, ito yung length L, and this is theta. Okay? So, ano ang equation of motion dito? First of all, ano muna yung kinetic energy para sa simple pendulum? One half theta that squared. Okay? So, one half mv squared. Parang yung dinerive lang natin kanina, di ba? Ayan o. Yung v squared is b dot squared plus b dot squared theta dot squared plus b squared sine squared theta phi dot squared. Pero dahil ano na nga to, dahil simple pendulum to, wala na kayo ng phi component. Diba? So tatanggalin natin yung third term. Wala rin tayo ng b or L in the case of yung ano, yung dun sa figure kanina kasi nga hindi naman nagbabago yung length ng pendulum. Right? So matitira lang dito is 1/2 ml squared theta dot squared. Okay? So 1/2 ml squared theta dot squared. And yung potential energy in this case is mg, may kulang. L. mgl cosine theta. Parang yung kanina lang din, right? So L is equal to T minus U is equal to 1/2 ml squared theta dot squared plus mgl cosine theta. So ilan ang generalized coordinates dito? Isa lang. Ano yun? Theta. Okay. So from there, dahil isa lang yung generalized coordinates, isa lang din yung generalized momentum. Okay, so P sub theta. Ano ngayon ang P sub theta? By definition, it's partial ng L with respect to theta dots. So equal ngayon to sa ml squared theta dots. Okay. Then, okay, anong tawag dito? Yung theta dot is equal to P theta over ml squared. Okay, so yung Hamiltonian natin ngayon is equal to P plus U is equal to theta dot squared or P theta over ml squared. P theta squared. P theta squared over 2 ml squared. And then minus mgl cosine theta. And since isa lang nga yung coordinates, generalized coordinates, ang hanapin naman natin ngayon is yung theta dot. Ang theta dot is negative or partial ng h with respect to p theta. Ano ngayon to? P theta over ml squared. Tapos yung p theta dot ay equal sa negative partial ng h with respect to theta. Equal yan sa negative mgl sine theta. Ay, minus to, no? No, minus. Negative mgl sine theta. Ano? May negative sign pa kayo dito. Negative sign. Hindi kasi negative MGL, di ba? Negative MGL cosine theta. Pag kinuha yung derivative niyan, that's positive MGL sine theta. Pero may negative sign pa kayo in front of the equation. So kaya negative MGL sine theta. Okay. Okay. So meron pang Atwoods, di ba? Okay, pero kaya nyo na yun. Di ba? Tingin tayo na iba pang problem. Okay, so 7-38. So 7-38, the potential for an anharmonic oscillator okay, potential for an anharmonic oscillator is ano yung anharmonic? Ha? Hindi harmonic. Kaya nga. Oh, tignan nyo pa. Hindi siya harmonic. Kaya nga. Kaya nga. Oh, kaya nga ganyan din yung potential niya eh. Kasi yung x to the fourth yan. X to the fourth, sorry. Kasi yung x to the fourth, yan yung nagko-cause ng ha? Ayaw nga, over 4. Yan ang nagko-cause ng pagiging ng unharmonicity. Yan. Mga bagong words. Unharmonicity. So, madali. Ano ang kinetic energy dito? Tingin niyo. Ano bang equation, ano bang generalized coordinates? From the potential, from the expression of for the potential, anong generalized coordinates? X, di ba? Right? Okay. So, ibig sabihin, ang kinetic energy is just 1/2 m x dot squared. Okay? So, ang L is equal to T minus U is equal to 1/2 mx dot squared minus 1/2 kx squared plus 1/4 bx to the bx to the fourth. So minus. Okay. Actually, kailangan ba natin yung ano talaga? Ano ba ibibigay sa atin ito? Sige nga, tuloy lang natin. So, ano ng generalized coordinates natin? So, ang hanapin natin dito is momentum, no? So, momentum is partial ng L with respect to x dot. Tama ba? Tama? So, ibig sabihin ito ay equal sa mx dot. Okay, na walang tulong kasi talagang yan naman yung definition niya, di ba? Mx dot, yung momentum. So, ang Hamiltonian is kinetic energy plus potential energy. So, this is nothing but 1/2 mx dot squared minus 1/2 kx squared plus 1/4 bx to the fourth. Now, in this case, Ang hahanapin natin ngayon ay yung x dot at saka p, yung x dot at saka p, px dot. Ay, nangyari. 1/2 mx dot squared plus 1/2 kx squared plus 1/4 dx to the fourth. Ano na nga? Anong unahin natin? X dot. Ang x dot by definition is partial ng h with respect to p. X. Ito ba yung may negative sign? Yung may negative sign ay yung ano, no? Yung, okay. So yung so with respect to the generalized coordinates. So ito, ano ngayon ito? Hindi natin in-express ito in terms of px. Pwede naman natin siya express in terms of px, di ba? Kasi px is equal to mx dot. Right? So, yan ay pwede natin ilagay as px squared over 2m. Tama? Right? Okay. So, ang partial ng h ngayon with respect to px ay px over m. Okay. Then, yung px dot is equal to negative ng Hamiltonian with respect to x. So, ano to ngayon? Minus kx minus bx cubed. Okay, so ito na ngayon yung momentum. So plus, ilagay ko lang sa parenthesis. Momentum. Tama, yung momentum. Ay, hindi. Actually, force ito. Diba? Force yan. Kasi dt is a force. So yan ay force at ito yung velocity. Okay. And kung naalala nyo sa anharmonic, kung diniscuss natin yung anharmonic potential, di ba? Yung bx cubed is, anong tawag dito? Yung first order tawag dito? Approximation. Okay? Pag in-expand natin yung potential, okay, sa anharmonic na system. Okay. Okay, any questions? Any questions? Wala. Okay na? Pwede na yan. Pusin na natin yung SEM. Masyado nang mahaba. Ha?